With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome to Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Adventure Mode, the Subspace Emissary, Very Hard, Part 12. In the last video, we took on the Swamp and got hold of Falco on our team, even though he performed quite uselessly. And in this episode, we are going to we are in the research facility. Oh, I hope the lights don't come on. Now here, you can just go straight through here and progress, but I do want to demonstrate. If you hit this button, you'll be trapped in here with some big pyramids, and then you have to wait for the lights to come back on, and there is no real incentive for beating them. I mean, they're likely to drop a bit of food or a sticker, but you don't need to beat them for 100%, so generally don't hit that button, but I had to do it for demonstrative purposes. So the point of this, when the lights are on, the red platforms will be somewhere, and when the lights are off, the red platforms will be somewhere else. The blue platforms stay the same no matter what. So here we have a section with a lot of enemies here. I recommend taking them out because we got a little bit of a rush ahead of us. Get rid of that, because as soon as you've hit this button, you want to get down this ladder, use Zero Suit Samus's down air to get there faster, and go through this door. You can only get to that door while the lights are on. So once we're in the room, you get a healing item, and more importantly an orange cube with a trophy in it. So then you get back on, and the platforms won't go back up until you're off them. Well, actually that's not true, but they'll start off down and then they'll go up. So we have a bucket and some robs. Try to jump over these enemies as best as you can, because they can do a lot of damage otherwise, even though there's a cutscene now which will heal you automatically. It doesn't do that on repeat playthroughs, so try to avoid them. So we found our power suit, but the floor is giving way. And whoop. Yes, I made a Smash Tasm reference. But Zero Suit Samus is being surrounded by two regular Samuses. I'm better with Zero Suit Samus and I have more fun with her, but to be honest, I'm expecting to get KO'd at least once. This is a hard battle on the higher difficulties. So I'm going to be Pikachu and start racking up the damage with him, and then hopefully I'll get to deal the finishing hit with Zero Suit Samus. So anyway, see, I'm already on 41% and one of them's only taken 2%. That's how difficult it is. Maybe I should be spamming Thunder like that. Wow, that did a lot of knockbacks to say how little damage that Samus had. Almost said I've already taken one out. Well, maybe Pikachu is a better choice than Zero Suit Samus after all. Let's see if we can take this one out without having to lose a stock of my own. If so, that would be better than the last recording. I should have to re-record a lot. It's not because the Elgato's not recording or anything, it's just because I end up dissatisfied with the end product. So I go again. Ooh, yeah, it's a super mushroom. So let's defeat this Samus while I'm big. Thunder, yep. Didn't even get KO'd once. That was a good run of that battle. Also, the background is one of the 3 backgrounds used in the Stage Builder mode. Stage Builder really needs more backgrounds. It especially needs a happier one, because they're all a bit barren. But anyways, Rob's coming in, doesn't matter. They'll just go kablamo. And now we are regular Samus, hooray! So Pikachu's had his time in the spotlight. It is still the same woman under there. Just a bit of confirmation. Now we got to show off the regular Samus. You can turn back into Zero Suit Samus mid-level, and my screen blacked out, so there was no way I was going to fight that horde of robs. That seems to have been occurring more often recently, my screen blacking out. That's never a good thing. So that, I blame that for me being at 80%, but hey, what matters is that I'm not dead. Just like those robs are, even though they're robotic, so can they really be dead? I don't know if they can be dead. But anyways, no wall jump, Samus. Stop down smashing, I want to just down tilt. So anyways, down here there's an easy to miss collectible. Oh, stop wall jumping, jeez! It's not inside a cube, so you don't need it for 100%, but having a trophy's always nice. So, this segment's actually fairly difficult. Camera, come on! Please, please, camera. There. Well, that went swifter than expected. I've got 191% sure, but the platforms can crush you and also meteor smash you right to your death, so that is quite a difficult section, actually. So, I'm glad to have that done without losing a life. So, here we have orange rotating platforms, and even though they're here to help you and you need them to get to your destination, they are actually pretty lethal. So is that Simul? There, it had to happen at that percentage. I couldn't delay the inevitable any longer. So let's just get this ambush over and done with. Please, please, I beg of you. But yeah, the platforms on this difficulty go so fast, they can just carry you straight off screen. And before you've even had a chance to react, you'll be dead. Anyways, hit that switch and it'll make a rotating platform appear, but we actually want to ignore that for now. Drop down here, break these bomb blocks, and go through this door where we can get some collectibles. And this is also, as you can see, quite the lethal room. It's very easy to get crushed to death in here, or meteor smashed into oblivion. So let's try and stop this platform in a suitable place. There, that'll do. Oh no! Well, that was just funny, to be honest. But look where we respawn, we gotta do all that again. But Samus is better at stopping these platforms because her forward air lasts for a long time. Wow, this is just humorous even to me. Oh, that's a bit of an awkward place. I got by it. There. If I lose that, then I am absolutely poor at this game, apparently. Well, I'm maybe not poor at it, but I'm certainly performing poorly here. Right, I need that orange cube in order to get 100%. And we actually respawn here. Because I wasn't so certain about it earlier on in the Let's Play, but this is going to be a 100% playthrough of the Subspace Emissary. I've never 100%ed the Subspace Emissary in one playthrough, but over the course of several, I do believe I've 100%ed it. So, with that collectible finally in my grasp, let's get on with another segment, which is probably going to cause a few more deaths, because in my experience, this platforming segment has taken me out many times. Just like that, an accidental jump cost me a stock. These platforms go so fast, and if you just accidentally jump or drop down them or fail to drop down them quickly enough, then you're pretty much screwed over, so you've really got to take care with these. Oh, Simul! Smashed the eye out of it. So anyways, this is the furthest we've gotten so far. There's a Simul there, you gotta jump over it. I took some off-screen damage. There, I think I'm gonna make it this time. Yes, I've made it to the door. That's good. With only one stock lost in this part, but oh, that other place. So anyways, we got two options here. There's no point in going through the transporter on a red platform because we'll be coming out of it later. So here we are in an ambush with a row turret. We need to defeat all the enemies in order to make the next set of transporters appear, so why delay? Let's get beating this row turret. And then we got two options. If you pick this one here, you'll be taken back to where you were before, so don't pick that one, take the one on the right. I advise you. And then you're taken to an area with springs, which is pretty self-explanatory because there's only one transporter to go through before you're led here. It's a good idea to KO that Rob, because he can take you out if you're not careful. Use the tap jump, don't use the tap jump so you don't accidentally go through that transporter. Because that transporter is placed in a bit of a evil way, because if you're trying to jump with the tap jump, you can easily go through that and then you'll be taken all the way back to the start. I got a collectible through an orange cube, but I kind of got it while I was mashing buttons to escape from the eyes. But we hit that button up there, so it opened up this door. So now we can go through it, and we're led to a room with 2 heart containers. Now, I don't know if you're catching on by this point, but an area with 2 Maxim tomatoes, or 2 heart containers, and nothing else, generally means you're about to encounter a boss! Yeah, this time we're in a Metroid-themed level. Who was it gonna be other than Ridley? When you consider that he's not playable in this game. I know a lot of people wanted that, but I'm fine with Ridley being a boss. Mainly because he is actually really easy. I have to admit that. And Pikachu's thunder heavily affects Ridley, even though in the Metroid games Ridley actually resisted electric-based attacks. He also did in Metroid Other M, but he's weak to it in the primes. Anyways, we got a choice between Samus and Pikachu here for the boss battle with Ridley. I recommend going for Pikachu because Ridley resists two types of attacks. One is projectiles, which he'll take 0.9% damage from, and the other is fire, which he'll take 0.7 times damage from them. And Samus's most damaging attacks make use of fire, whereas Ridley actually takes 1.1 times damage from electric-based attacks, and also 1.3 times damage from ice and water, but we don't have anybody with ice and water. So enough talking about the boss's resistances and boring numbers, and let's actually talk about the boss. So Ridley, somebody who Samus isn't particularly fond of. He's going to be the boss of the research facility, but he's not very hard because while he's got a few moves which will do a lot of damage, all of his KOing moves, like that one, are really easy to avoid if you're handy with the dodge button. See, this is another one of his KOing moves, but while he goes fast, he can just jump up and come down again, and so it's very easy to avoid. So really, Ridley should be no trouble. I consider him to be the second easiest boss in the game, behind P.T. Piranha. Yet P.T. Piranha probably has more KOing potential in my eyes. But anyways, Ridley can't take too much longer, because after all he takes extra damage from electric based attacks, which I haven't been using that much, but that's the end of Ridley, so it's really not hard. Oh, and by the way, after you've beaten a boss you can just dive off the stage and you won't die. And why did I do that? Because now I don't get the stickers. Samus and Pikachu are outside. Does that mean we're finally gonna have an outside level with them? Oh god, Robs. Oh god, indoors. Yep, you thought Samus and Pikachu were finally outside? Well, they're going back to being bedroom hermits again. They're going inside. But I would call that the end of an episode. So, in this video of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl Adventure Mode, the Subspace Emissary Very Hard 100% run, we beat the research facility, and in the next video we'll be going to outside the ancient ruins. Goodbye for now.